Close enough. Alright, little buddy. Cone. Put cone into horn. How about you try?
The cone wouldn't stay there. I can't push it deep enough into the horn.
Okay. Scratch louder into horn. Okay. And now, cone into Scratch Loudner. Okay, supposedly this is working. Once again, logic.
What are you doing there?
Maybe I can communicate with the monster.
That's never going to work. We're surrounded by tons of flesh and blubber.
Yes, but the sound of the horn is amplified, then re-amplified until it's about 1,000 times as loud in the end.
Physical humbug. Obviously.
I must have eaten something.
Oh wow, it speaks English.
Did you hear that? It can talk. Hello?
Who's there?
God.
I'm a god.
And what do you want?
You should sacrifice something to me.
Why should I?
Because I am all-knowing and all-powerful.
Why should a sacrifice from me mean anything if you're omnipotent?
Well,
Because,
but
then I will be assured that you really adore me.
wow.
You're omniscient, you already know.
Wow.
Well,
Pretty interesting conversation.
Who are you really?
I'm your, conscience.
That can't be right. I'm a monster without a conscience.
Then, maybe I'm your stomach.
My stomach can speak? What do you want?
I want to see something of the world, too. I want eyes.
That won't be so readily possible. And anyway, what is there to see in this cave? The same old walls for thousands of years.
You are 1,000 years old.
You should know that. You were with me down here the whole time and were grumbling. Who are you really?
Me.
Me.
You.
Who is me?
We're two adventurers trapped in your stomach.
Really? I'm sorry.
Would you let us out?
Sounds like a conscience, somewhat.
No.
Nope, maybe not.
I don't get my hands on food very often.
But there's no meat on us at all. I was as thin as a toothpick, and I weigh less than a sheep.
Better than nothing.
Come on! We pried that chest from that gap in your stomach.
Which chest?
The chest that was plugging up the hole. It looked painful.
I don't know what you did, but I'm feeling better than I have in 100 years.
Conscience.
Thank you.
He's being nice.
So will you let us go?
Nope.
All right then.
Oh wow.
But perhaps you could lure a few ships here, or a whale or two.
We'll see. Goodbye.
I thought that monster was really nice. Perhaps we really could send a ship or two.
You are sometimes so strange.
But if we...
What the?
Surprise, my pretty one!
But... Captain Nate!
Have you been working with them all this time?
Oh no, my dear. It's just that I happen to know which buttons to press with people like our human friend.
What did he promise you?
Our lives, mine in particular, and the treasure. All of it, except for one item which he wants to select.
I can imagine. Wilbur, don't hand over the artifact of divine fate, understood?
Understood.
The
The artifact of divine fate. Unlimited power.
Yeah, really.
Go away! I'm a mighty battle mage.
Sure you are.
Nate, you can't allow this to happen.
He'll focus on his own affairs. That's what you should have done, too. You... Ah!
Take the artifact to safety.
Get him, furry guy!
No! Ah!
Wow. Some big changes there. Poor Ivo. Dun dun dun. Well, Ivo's captured or dead. That's kind of not good. Shit. And there really should be some music or something here. Whoa. Okay.
How could you do that?
I've saved your necks. Well, yours at least.
You freed the sorcerer, all because you wanted treasure.
Do you seriously believe I thought for 1 second that Munkus would give us a treasure hoard? I made a deal with Munkus because it was the one small chance we had of getting out of there in one piece.
Why?
Don't you get it? They would have pursued us and made our lives hell. And sooner or later we'd have fallen into their hands. No treasure's worth that.
Do you think anyone anywhere will have a quiet life if that falls into Motroga's hands?
I really didn't know. Hey! Hey, little guy, where are you going? Fine, just go. And next time, just tell me what it's... Wilbur!
What the holy hell is going
He's waking
on?
up.
Ah!
Nice and calm now. You're safe here. We're zombies.
Whoa, you look like a ghost. I don't know what you are.
Somehow the expressions safe and zombies in the same sentence don't really make much sense. Apart from, the zombies will drag us from the safety of our houses and rip us to shreds.
You see, he hates us. He's afraid of us. And that's why he hates us. Our committee still has a lot of work to do.
Who are you?
We are the Committee for the Humane Treatment of the Undead. We're trying to improve the bad reputation that the undead have amongst the living. And amongst the dead. Because no one seems to like us.
Oh.
Where is Wilbur? There was a trap and a shadow.
That was me. I knocked you down. You banged your head on a rock. Please forgive me. I don't really have this body under control yet.
Why did you knock me over? What's happened to Wilbur?
He probably saved your neck. The chief orc from the camp set that trap. If it caught you both, then it wouldn't only be your little friend who's in trouble.
Wilbur's in an orc camp? Oh man, and it's my fault?
How do you mean?
Well...
Tell us, boy. As you can see, we've been blaming ourselves for this mess.
All right. My name is Nate. I was in Seastone by the Western Ocean. Then along comes this little gnome and...
Thank you. Okay, stop crying.
And wham! Everything goes black. Then I wake up and there you are.
You deceived him? You were only interested in saving your own neck.
Well, it's not exactly like that. Shades of gray.
You should be wearing this pillory. I've lived with pirates, cutthroats, but never, never.
Now just hold it right there. Maybe I did behave just a tiny little bit narcissistically.
You sold your friends down the river because you hoped it would help you get out of the whole thing in one piece? No. You have to get Wilbur out of there, and you have to free the elf.
I know, you're right. And I have to get the artifact to safety too.
I will help you if you meant that seriously. My name is Gulliver. You can find me up in my workshop. Come on, body.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to you in a second.
A few dust-covered urns, most of them decorated with coats of arms. A double-headed eagle, a badger eating a snake. There's a king's head in orange and blue. And here, a green W in a lozenge. None of which means a thing to me. They mean nothing to me. I guess they must be the family crests of the dead.
Alrighty.
There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. Weird. By my reckoning, we ought to be standing knee-deep in water. There's a small puddle of...
Okay. We'll get to you eventually.
A stone sarcophagus with a carved knight on it. Maybe it's the ex-lover of the howling ex-living woman. A stone
That's probably actually a good guess.
There's a piece of clothing hanging out of the sarcophagus. Looks like leather.
Now we're grave
I hope
robbing.
there's no one hanging on to it. Isn't it a lovely day today? My finely tuned intuition is telling me you might have some troubles.
Oh, the trauma! The pain!
Oh, woman stuff? Or proper pain, like physical?
No! 1,000 times worse!
Oh, Nate.
Looks like she shouldn't have gone into that deep water without her water wings.
It wasn't an accident. I wanted to kill myself.
It almost worked. Oh, well, sweetheart, it's not all bad. Tell your Uncle Nate what's wrong.
Don't make fun of me!
Would I?
You men are so insensitive. Only he wasn't. He understood.
Okay, can't stand the crying.
Who is he?
Maximilian. My Maximilian.
That's what we are.
Oh, the most beautiful man who ever walked under the stars.
Okay.
Yes, yes, and then?
Ah, gone. He is
Nate!
gone.
Come on, man.
And that's why you wanted to kill yourself?
We were engaged. Maximilian and I were to be married. It was heavenly. I, the rich daughter of a mithril merchant, and he...
Get to the tragic bit, please.
I gave him chestfuls of gold and all my jewelry as a token of my love. He was going to use it to arrange the most beautiful wedding ever.
Ah, the con man hoofed it.
He did not hoof it. Something must have happened to him. He must have been held. Perhaps someone kidnapped him. And now he is languishing away in some tower and...
He hoofed it.
He will come back. And we will be reunited like two lovers on...
And why have you chosen to ruin the atmosphere in this particular crypt?
This is the resting place of his forebears. I will wait with his ancestors until I receive news from him.
It's pretty sad, actually.
Sounds logical. Well, it can't last that much longer.
I know.
As much as I'd love to spend more time with you, I have to get going.
Nate! Dude. Close enough, I guess. Okie dokie.
A pot containing some gloopy glue. There's a small stick in it.
Take things!
A flattened tube of yellow paint. I don't think there can be much left in it.
Take it! Just looting everything.
Ah, there was still a bit in it. I don't need the tube anymore.
What'd you do with the paint?
I think
that's
it's
how
that
it works.
unbreakable thread that you hold roast meat together with. There must be a good 10 meters of it on the roll.
Take it. Take some wax.
The candles create the right atmosphere, creepy, yet still with a hint of homeliness. But this one isn't going to burn for much longer if it keeps dropping wax like that. The candles, but this one isn't.
Okay. Grave.
A grave. There are a lot of them here. I don't know what's supposed to be so special about this one, though. From the outside, there's nothing interesting to see. And I'm not going to open
Why are you
just
making
any
a
old
flesh
grave on
wall?
suspicion.
Gulliver.
Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
How many issues there?
Is Wilbur okay? Where have the orcs taken him, and what are they going to do with him?
They've taken him into their camp. That much is clear, but I don't know what they're going to do to him. Could be rather unsavory.
Well, that's why he's holding his head. He's holding it up.
Put it like this. If you're concerned about the little one's life, you may soon have one worry less.
Does your body maybe act a little kooky?
No, it doesn't. My body isn't finished yet. Or do you mean the old one? The rotten one in the ground?
I, meant that one there.
Oh, this one. Oh, it's not mine, just borrowed.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Whose body is that, then?
Esther's.
And who is Esther?
No idea. Don't know her. But this is her body. She's helping me until I got mine back. Then we're both going to look for her head.
Esther.
Exactly.
How did you get to know each other, you and Esther's body?
For many years, I was in a grave out there. I chewed my way out of the coffin after my old body gave up the ghost. Then I saw this body outside, stumbling about, headless, knocking over gravestones, running into walls. I thought to myself, this is a sign.
And what you're making there, that's supposed to become your new body?
Exactly. Isn't it excellent?
Yes. Yes, it's, X something.
Unfortunately, the construction drags along a bit. I'll tell you one thing. Never ask a headless zombie to replace your arms if you want to build precision machinery.
I'll make a note of it. What's new? Doesn't all that wailing from that failed swimmer down there really get on your nerves?
Steady on. The young lady is suffering great distress. And she lets it out. Day in, day out. For hours on end.
So what's the story with her missing lover?
He jilted her, cold as ice, raked in her gold, and enjoys a sweet life somewhere down south.
She seems to think differently.
The good woman isn't really in touch with reality. She still believes everything will be resolved one day. She's waiting for him to appear or send her a letter. Anything at all.
I've got to get going. Breathe, feel my heartbeat, that sort of thing.
Don't let me stop you.
Okie dokie.
This project's not looking all that hopeful, in my opinion. The pair of them seem to have some serious communication problems. This project... Hey, boss.
Ah, the living one.
Why would... That's pretty... whatever.
And how many of you are there? In the committee, I mean?
The group is still in its early stages. We only have 3 members so far. But the Spirit Union is associated to us, and the Federation of Programmers is thinking about finally going public with their undead status. Unfortunately, you can't become a member. You're too alive.
I think I'll be okay with
Thanks
that.
a lot. What are you doing in that thing? And don't tell me it's a fashion statement. I've seen a lot of stuff, but that...
No, nothing like that. A paladin put this thing on me.
What did you do, insult his sister?
Well, you could put it like that. He put me in the pillory for it, but even then I couldn't keep my mouth shut. That's why the fair lady stabbed me.
Jeez.
So I came back as a ghost and kept her awake at night.
Huh.
They sent a ghostbuster after me, and he actually caught me and killed me.
He killed a ghost? Cool guy.
Wow.
I then came back as the first undead ghost in history and messed up the fair lady's wedding.
Very nice.
As a result, the paladin conjured this magical penitence pillory around my neck. Now he's lurking around outside the crypt. I think he'd like to cut me up into little pieces and throw me into the sea.
Pretty nasty. You've hardly done anything to deserve that.
Oh, I don't know. I've had a lot of time to reflect, and I'd like to end this feud. It only causes unhappiness.
Why don't you apologize?